Getting your hands dirty. In this lesson, we are going to immediately start writing a little bit of JavaScript. So what I would like you to do is follow along with me and go to codepen.io. If you don't have an account, you can make a brand new account absolutely for free. And then once you were signed in, you can just click pen. And this is going to allow you to create a brand new code pen. And this lets you write HTML, CSS, and JavaScript together. Now, I'm not going to be using JavaScript, or not JavaScript, we are going to be using JavaScript. I'm not going to be using CSS or HTML right away. So I'm just going to scroll those up and sort of get them out of here. I'm going to close this ad and go over to console. And this is effectively reproducing what we have in front of us, a browser. So it gives us HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and a console. We'll get into this with a default browser in just a little bit as well. But first things first, let's go ahead and in this JS section over here, see if I can make this larger. Let's just simply write alert hello world. And we see that this shows up with hello world. That's exactly what we wrote. So we click OK. And that effectively is JavaScript. So now what we've done here is we've called a function called alert. We'll talk about functions in its own particular series of videos as well. But this is a function, and inside of this is a sentence, which we use a quotation mark at the beginning and a quotation mark at the end, and then a bunch of words or whatever we want to put in the middle. We have these opening and closing parentheses, and then over here, we have a semicolon, which is technically optional, but it's a good practice to have it in there anyways. And what this does is anytime you load your page, it's going to say hello world. We could make this say anything else. Hello, Caleb, me, your teacher. And just give it a sec and it says hello, Caleb. That's it. That's all we need to do. Now, we're actually not going to be using alert too much. So honestly, that's somewhat of a useless example, but it does show you that it can trigger events in your browser. And that's pretty cool. We are going to be using console a lot. That's why I have the console open. So what we can do is type console.log, hello, Caleb. And if you just give that a second to refresh, because I typed too slow there, it said hello, Ka. But the second time around after it refreshed, it said hello, Caleb. We can always clear that as well and just redo that. And we could say hello, Zephyr. And again, I typed too slow there, but we could say hello Zephyr and then just console logs. And so this actually doesn't show up on the page at all. The page is this white section here, and we'll get more familiar with this as we progress through this course. The console is where we're going to do a lot of debugging. Now, if you're ever wondering what this is actually like, we could always right click on any page in our browser, go to inspect, and if we go over to our console, this is where all of our code is happening. It's right in the console. So we could clear this console with Control L or Command K, and that just clears it. And if I make this just a wee bigger, and again, this is just the console that lives on every page. All I did to get there was right click inspect. It might open you up to elements. You just have to go over to console. And then I scrolled it up. And in here, we could do the same thing. We could say alert, hi, 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 hi. Hit enter, and it alerts for us. We could also, because we're right in the console, we could log to this console. Hello from Caleb. And it says hello from Caleb, and it runs from this particular file, iframe console runner. That's just where I right clicked and then went to inspect. And then it just runs this code for me. And what it returns is undefined because it's not returning anything. It's just printing something out for us. So whenever you see undefined, for the most part, you can just simply ignore that. We're going to see a lot of these when we work in the console. But for now, I would like you to try writing alert, hi, 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 and then console.log, hello from Caleb. Make sure you do it in your console or inside of CodePen as well. Last but not least, the way I got this to dark mode was, if I go into my settings, theme, light or dark. I like dark mode. I think it's a little easier on my eyes. It probably isn't. It probably doesn't matter, but I like dark mode anyways. And so that's why mine is dark and yours probably starts off in a lighter shade. Go ahead, give that a shot, and when you are done, we will move on to our next lesson, where we learn what JavaScript is, what it actually is.